Okay, what's up guys? Before I dive into this video, I just want to say I really appreciate the love and the support that you have been showing my YouTube over the last couple of months, because I have not been posting long form content, but I have been posting YouTube shorts. So my page is still growing, so I really appreciate that. And that also is what made me want to create this video. Plus, everyone has been asking me to create this video on TikTok and Instagram. So what the video is going to be about, my desk setup. Like, you know, I wouldn't be a tech channel if I didn't show you guys what's on my desk, why I'm using it, etc, etc. But before I actually kind of like dive into my desk setup, I just want to kind of throw this disclaimer out there, because I don't want to disappoint anyone. Like, you know, like me being a tech guy that I am, I don't have that much RGB in my setup. And the reason why, it's a good reason why. It's a great reason why actually. So I just moved into this apartment maybe a couple of months ago, and I'm in the process of buying a house. And there's no point in putting all these command strips and all these LEDs on my lights, on my wall, if I'm not gonna be here long. I didn't wanna have to repaint, redo all of that stuff. So right now, the only RGB that's really in my setup is like the lights that's behind my computer, my PC, and all of that stuff. Also, everything that I'm going to be discussing in today's video will be linked in the description below. So if you see anything that you like and you want to support the channel, use the links below and I would greatly appreciate it. And before I dive into this video, I'm going to need you guys to follow me on my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, especially YouTube. Subscribe to me right now, and I like this video. It helps the algorithm. So now let's finally dive into the desk tour for real this time. Okay, so let's dive into the heart of this setup, which is my desk that came from Uplift Desk. And I want to give a shout out to my TikTok followers, because they are the ones that made this happen. I asked them to tag Uplift Desk in one of my videos to get their attention, and it worked. Uplift Desk reached out. They said they would love to partner with me, and I got this desk. I also got a chair out the deal, but we're going to talk about that later on. So for this desk, it is an L-shaped desk and it is a stand-up desk. But I'm not able to use the stand-up feature of it because I have like these pegboards that's in the back of my setup. And if I raise it too high, it knocks the pegboards down and it just creates a mess. So I really only work sitting down. I don't really like standing up that much working anyways. As much as I thought I would be using the feature, I don't use it at all. So, but I guess it's just nice to have. So up next, we have my ergonomic chair, which is also by Uplift Desk. Shout out to them, I really appreciate it. And this is definitely the most comfortable chair that I've ever owned. But then again, I've only owned gaming chairs, and once I got this ergonomic chair, I realized I have been wasting hundreds of dollars on gaming chairs when they're not comfortable at all. Like as soon as I sat in this, I felt like the arch in my back. Like it felt normal to sit in this chair. So that was a game changer for me. And with me working in cybersecurity, I work from home. So I'm always sitting in front of a computer screen at 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. And this was a needed thing for me. So, you know, you have adjustable armrests, and then you also have the ability to lay back in there. Like if you just want to kick back, chill, watch a couple of YouTube videos like the one that you watch now, you can do that. Have, you know, adjustable height, you know, you want to sit lower, sit higher, which is also a good thing for me because I'm weird like that sometimes, where I will lower my desk all the way down. Don't know why I do that, but I do it sometimes, and it helps to be able to adjust the height of my chair to also allow me to work at such a low level for my desk. So now that I've talked about my desk and chair, let's talk about the things that kind of make my desk look a little cool. So I mentioned before how I have 2 workstations, with one being dedicated to gaming, streaming, and my virtual machines, because again, I am in cybersecurity, and sometimes there's a lot of things that I would like to test that M1 Macs can't really handle. For some god-awful reason, M1 Macs do not play nice with Linux, and I use a lot of Linux machines for testing, so I use my PC mostly for that. Now, for my quote-unquote productivity slash work from home setup, I'm using a docking station. Previously before, I was using the M1 Mac Mini, which I also still have. I just felt like me using my MacBook Pro would be a little bit more beneficial for me because it has the same processing power as my M1 Mac Mini, but I'm able to carry that on the go and I still have everything stored on OneDrive, or it's just really easy to access. I mean, I know I can use a portable hard drive, but you know, I just rather grab it, go, because I'm using a docking station for my work laptop as well as for my M1 Mac that I use for edit and everything else. When you're a content creator and you're editing videos, it is so much more easier to export a video, airdrop it to your iPhone versus, you know, exporting it, trying to email it to yourself, send it to Dropbox, download it. You know, I can just send it to AirDrop and it'll be done within a few seconds. So that is why I have two workstations, and let's get into some of the accessories that I'm using for those workstations. Okay, so for me, I hate cords. Any peripherals that I'm going to use when it comes to keyboards, mice, it has to be wireless. Like even the little cords I have right here in my setup, it's only you can only see a few of the cords, but I hate it. I feel like it's extremely messy. And even to this day, I'm looking for ways that I can hide those cords because I hate it so much. So with that being said, currently right now with the keyboard that I'm using to power my PC setup is the Mojo 84 keyboard. And I love this keyboard. I actually got on the pre-order list to make sure that I get this keyboard. When I saw that was combining streetwear, off-white with tech, come on man, you have to get that. Like you have to get that. And the thing about this, they actually didn't skimp out on any of the material for this keyboard. Like it just feels expensive. And I pick it up and I'm just like, man, this keyboard feels amazing. And typing on it, it's a must. There's something about us techies, like whenever we're using the keyboard, we love like the little clicking sounds. We love, you know, when we're coding, typing, just the sound of hearing the clicks, it's so satisfying. Everybody else may feel like, you know, it's annoying, but I've realized a lot of coders, people that work in tech and that's on the technical side of things, they love mechanical keyboards. So if that's you, that's what you love to do, this keyboard is for you. Now, the mouse pad. The mouse pad is also by Male Geek, and it's also a streetwear combination with tech. I had to get it because it also matches the keyboard, so it's like, I can't get the keyboard without also getting the desk pad. Like, can't do it. Throughout my time of upgrading and updating my desk, I will have triple monitor setups, I will have dual monitor setups, but none of them give me the experience that a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor will give me. Like, first off, it's cheaper when you think about it if you're buying a triple monitor setup, because for me, personally for me, I like to buy high-end monitors, and if I'm buying three 27-inch monitors at $300-400 a pop, you do the math, it's about $1,200, when I can just get this 49-inch monitor that's about $700-800 and be quite cool with that. The screen real estate that I get is amazing. Like I can have my Visual Code Studio up, I can have Spotify up, I can have YouTube up, I can have so many different tabs up, and I would not have to close out any of the tabs. I can have all of them open on film at the same time and be perfectly fine, and it's like right there in my face. There's no bezel blocking anything, nothing. It's just all screen real estate, and I love that. And what a lot of people don't realize with some of these 49-inch monitors, you can actually connect two PCs to it and interact with both of the screens at the same time without needing to disconnect or anything like that. So that's also another add value that I feel like is great for individuals that do want to have like a dual workstation setup without having to buy another monitor. So if you are interested in that, you should check out the Acer 49-inch monitor. It will be linked in the description below, so check that out. Now let's go into a beast of a PC that I'm using. So funny story on this, my friends had kind of been picking on me for not getting a PC because I was gaming on a PlayStation 5 and it was like, bro, you lame, you need to get a PC. And then it was like all these other use cases of why I needed a PC because work, streaming, gaming, all of that. And so in my head, it just made sense for me to go out and buy a PC. But originally I was going to build it myself, you know, buy all the parts, build it. But before I did that, I, estimated the part size that I wanted. It was looking about $3,000 to $4,000 that I was going to spend on building the PC. was like, let me go to Facebook Marketplace to see if I can find one. I found this computer on Facebook Marketplace for $1,500. The graphic card in this alone is worth about $1,000. So as you guys can see, that by itself was like, okay, I'm buying this PC. There's no reason why I should not buy it. So yeah, you know, all the parts will be linked in the description below. So if you see anything that you do like in this PC, it will be down there for you guys to check out. And so I bought these peg boards just because I feel like it was cool. Like, you know, I've seen a couple of setups on Instagram and TikTok where everyone had their cool keyboards and all their peripherals, you know, their keycaps, you know, their controllers and all those things like that. I decided like, hey man, I feel like that'd be really cool for my setup. But again, I don't have all the cool keyboards they have. As you guys can see, they're mostly like Apple Magic keyboards and Logitech keyboards. I added this lamp on my desk just to give it a little bit more pop of RGB, because again, I've told you guys previously before, I don't have much RGB on this desk setup because I am moving within the next couple of months into a house. So in the time being, the RGB that I do have in this setup is going to be on my desk, and I feel like this light gives me an amazing experience with that. This lamp, it gives me just a little bit more RGB than what I had before, and you know, I can choose different colors, whatever aesthetic or mood that I'm feeling, I can change it directly to that. Mostly for me, I'm usually either using purple or blue because it lights up very well when I'm recording videos. It just, I don't know, it looks amazing whenever you're using the color blue or purple in TikTok videos or Instagram videos or even YouTube shorts. The speakers that I'm using currently right now are from Logitech. The speakers are amazing, I definitely can say that, but remember when I was talking about like I hate cords, it just looks messy. Yeah, these speakers have a lot of cords to them and it's just out, and I hate it. Overall, you know, I love it because again, it adds that little RGB pop to my setup because I don't have much RGB, but I'm sacrificing the extra RGB because of the cords. So I'm currently in the process of looking for something that's a little bit more wireless, maybe a sound bar or something that I can have on my desk that would eliminate the need for me to have this many cords on my desk. So now that I'm streaming and gaming, I have to have a microphone, and the Elgato Wave 3 was a no-brainer for me. It's extremely affordable, great quality. The software that you can use in combination of the microphone makes it just that more desirable to buy compared to, you know, the Shure SM7Bs, the Rode mics, the DXLR mics. It just made sense for me to buy that. I don't feel like I'm at the point where I want to deal with interfaces or anything like that, so I just use this mic. It works great for me. I don't feel like I need to upgrade or change anything out, and if I want to edit the sound, I can go to Final Cut Pro and do that. So I probably won't be upgrading this mic anytime soon. That's the end of my tour. I'm pretty sure there's probably more things that I could have talked about, but I feel like I'll probably just make like a separate video just talking about like different accessories and things like that. But if there are some things that you did see in this setup that I didn't talk about, comment below and I will gladly make a video talking about it or give you my perspective or view on it. But in the meantime, I really appreciate you guys for sitting through this and watching the video. I really appreciate it. And again, the support does not go unnoticed.